Hello, SpeedGaming! Welcome to the second match of the best of three between TGC and BajaBlood. My name is La Competencia, aka Jay. I'm here today in the commentator booth today with Dankathon. Hello.
Pleasure to be here. This is my first time on commentary. I am a Randomizer developer, and I have famously never played a Prime 1 randomizer seed.
Also, thank you for SSJ and for Schwarzgandhi sitting on the tracking. Thank you very much. This is the job everyone needs. So this is the second match of the first top 8 match. No, wait.
Second game of the series.
Yeah, thank you. We're going in best of 3 single elimination.
Yes, so the format there is that Game 1's preset was decided by the higher-seeded player, which was TheGingerChris, TGC, the 4th seed. Game 2's preset was decided by Baja as the 5th seed. Now, for anyone who didn't get the chance to watch the previous game in the series, I strongly recommend doing so. It was a phenomenal game that had no business being as close as it was.
Yes. This match really was something else. Probably, in my opinion, the best match of the tournament, honestly.
But it's either that or Diggle vs. Cosmo for me so far.
Yeah, Diggle vs. Cosmo was also a great match.
Here we are getting started. So this is, as mentioned, Baja's choice of preset, which is week 2. Even weekly, we're looking at random start in Chozo. Okay. So we'll see where that is.
Ruined Nursery.
Wave. What does starting with Wave here suggest?
Tower of Light, most likely.
Right.
Or a training chamber access play, maybe?
Okay.
Early Wave is weird, because Early Wave can basically lead players into either Tower of Light or Early Fan. The problem now is if like, let's say Space Jump is in Magmore, it's a really tough question of where to... Oh, that's Plasma. No, that's Space Jump, never mind.
Well, that answers where Space Jump is. Of course, it's important to recognize that it's hard to predict Early Fen is... We don't even know where the elevators are yet, right?
Oh, right. Random elevators.
So, yeah, it's kind of hard to say what this early wave would mean, but Tower of Light, I think you're right. That's 2 quick checks they can get right away.
Yeah, and by now it's quite obvious that Randomizer really loves putting stuff in Tower of Light.
Yeah. Although, is it logical to do it without all of the missiles in the tournament presets?
Tower Chamber, yes. Tower of Light, no.
Okay.
But I am pretty sure that that both players will be more than comfortable of doing this.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just curious whether that'll mean that the top is less likely to have the immediate progression. I guess we'll find out. I suppose we should point out that as this is Game 2 in the series, Baja is leading the series 1-0.
Yes.
And that's substantial, largely because that was on TGC's preset that he won. And TGC's only loss in all of Swiss this tournament was week 2 to Sparkle J. So it certainly seems, and especially from what I know of Baja, particularly excelling at following kind of twisted logic chains and whatnot, that week 2 offers him a pretty substantial advantage here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't quite catch what that elevator was. Did you see it?
No, sorry. I'm still trying to sync the streams right now.
No worries.
There was some time delay between them. That's main quad. Ooh, that could also be a big wave beam play.
You can see he's shooting like that. He doesn't like it, but oh man.
Give me 1 second, please. I'll be right back.
Yes. Okay, so heading into quarry here. Oh, but Baja finds launcher. Okay, so what are we going to see in main quarry then? Because I think we're right that it's likely to have something considering that early wave, but what would that be?
Is that gravity suit? Or was it phasing?
I could not tell.
That's gravity.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
In theory, that could give us access to the grapple beam location.
if you can find it.
I mean the
In
storage
yes,
B. That would give us logical access to that if I'm not
right,
completely unaware.
with having actual grapple.
But does not seem that TGC likes this.
I'm that's a hard play to make 5 minutes into your seed.
It is, it is.
Especially not having launcher yet, let alone missiles, let alone launcher. Or Baja has found it already. Okay, he's found an elevator to Overworld. Well, Talon Canyon's pretty nice to find early on here.
Yeah, it gives us very early missile checks and artifact checks, and especially with even weekly artifact checks, and having a early talent elevator can be really powerful.
Gosh, and plasma at the top. Just to
how
go
convenient.
Right only pays off with a missile, shockingly, but wow, it is certainly convenient. Holy.
Oh, Randomizer at its finest.
Well, alright. Magmore workstation? Very end landing site.
Very landing site.
That'll make that Magmore play compelling, but it's not great that TGC's missing those missiles.
Also, Baja did not go for the gravity suit.
That's true. I mean,
it's not the worst, because gravity suit is viewing the skill of the players. Gravity suit is less likely to be needed.
Oh, and in fact, skipping gravity here is a whole lot less punishing than TGC not having missiles to check hints. Needing to save warp at the ship. That stings.
Also, missing out on free crash site without missiles.
Oh man, yeah. Kicking himself now, I'm sure, that he didn't have missiles for that. It's 2 back-to-back.
Schrödinger's check. TGC remembered, so that check had no progression.
Yeah, I understand that's how that particular one worked. Well, we're gonna get a taste of hints here, see what we're in for.
Yeah, absolutely.
As he finds his launcher down in that lower part of...
PCA, required on Mega Pirate.
Okay.
Other than that, that's pretty tame artifact hints.
Yeah, obviously PCA is icky, but the rest of those, it's just a matter of finding Fen somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Surely it can't be that hard to find labs, right?
Thank you, SSJ, by the way, for writing down those hints. Right, Rune Fountain, so Flagra is logically required.
That's not gonna really come into play here for these runners, though, right?
I'm pretty sure that both runners are capable of doing these Danables.
Yeah.
Also, Tower of Progression, question mark? Tower of Progression.
Okay. Yeah.
Isn't that like the same location? Wait. I'm not sure, but I think Phase and Suit was in Tower of Light in their last race. Could be wrong though. We had a lot of Phase and Suit races by now.
So here's something interesting. Tower of Light had Phazon, Tower Chamber had missiles. So then, what were you expected to do with Wave? Was it go to main quarry and get Gravity Suit?
That's possible. Still, the Gravity Suit could mean Storage B. For the grapple beam check, the Gravity Suit could also mean that we have an elevator that will lead into late Fen, maybe? Or maybe even late Magmore, especially now with Laria.
Yeah. So certainly the runners have to be thinking about what that Wave Beam's about at this point. Especially TGC.
Yeah.
I suppose Baja doesn't have all that information yet. Yeah, gosh, I mean, you think Chozo's loaded in Odd Weekly? Try starting there in even. I mean...
It's always the funny ones. It's always the Odd Weeklies. Odd Weeklies have the chance of Chozo being immediately very loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And even weekly is very rare to even have one region where it's super loaded.
Yeah, you'll often end up getting quite a lot in the very early game in even weekly, just due to the nature of needing a lot to escape based on where you started. Starting in Chozo kind of just means you don't need much. But, I mean...
Not completely sure. We need X-Ray. In theory, we need Spider Ball because MQA and B. I don't know if TGC can skip MQA Spider Tracks.
But how are you supposed to get through Phazon Tunnel B in Impact Crater without Spider Ball? That's impossible. Red Phazon's so hurtful. What are you supposed to do?
How am I gonna kill Ing Emperor Phase 2 without Spider Ball in this seed?
Honestly, that's what I'm saying.
Alright, we need Spider for Fountain. So yeah, Spider Ball is also completely required.
Let's use the Spider Track as a standable, Jeff suggests. Now we're talking.
Baja just completely forgot that there was an artifact.
There you go.
And TGC's now grabbing hands.
Oh yeah, we don't have power bombs yet. I suppose those will be important.
They will be very helpful. I don't think we have an artifact that requires PPs.
Do you not need PBs to get to OP for PCA?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do, right. You need them to get into PMT.
Right, yeah, makes sense.
And Central Dynamo. Well, there's a giant Indesium block.
Yeah. You need them somewhere in Central Dynamo anyway.
And that is thermal.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Oh, that thermal. I wonder if that's going to lead Baja away from Chozo. If he finds an elevator to fend.
That's telling Kenyon. Okay, the two early telling elevators have been found now. That's good, but also kind of bad. Because the problem with that is we need to find at least one Fenrana Drifts elevator.
Yeah,
And if Fenrana is too isolated, you could be really unlucky.
Yeah, like I see chat suggesting Thardus is in Logic, but we don't know that because we haven't found Fen yet. Like, all we know, it's the lower mines elevator that leads to Fen. It's isolated like that.
Oh Jesus!
Which is a terrifying proposition.
No! You can't say something like that. It's cursing the runners. Don't wish them so much bad luck.
Oh, Twin Fires is Quarantine Cave. I missed that then. Oh, that certainly does scream Thardus then. I mean, plasma, thermal.
Yeah, that is looking for at least a quarantine monitor play.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the grapple.
Yeah. So I wonder if Baja's gonna be like led away from Chozo for a while, because there's a lot of good stuff in there he's missed out on.
But nothing too bad. I mean, Boost Ball, yes. I missed where Supers were.
Supers were in the Vanilla Morph Ball location, if I recall correctly.
Rune Shrine?
I think that was what I saw. Which makes sense he wouldn't have it, because he would have gotten Phase on if he'd checked Rune Shrine as well. So yeah, that's... I mean, Supers aren't going to amount to too much, but would be nice to have heading into Fen anyway. The suits don't make up much difference yet.
Huh. So both runners are right now playing for info, which is probably the wisest. I would always prefer to, as soon as possible, get elevator info so I know how to route my seat.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Especially, some of these elevators seem pretty, far to get to where you want to go, so knowing where those actually are makes a big diff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chat pointing out that Baja has, once again, isolated boost. Oh no.
Oh no, here we go again.
Surely it won't happen a second time. Surely we hit it before the hour mark.
Well, it depends. If the seat keeps giving items, then we have no reason to go to Chozo, and we won't find Boost Ball.
Yeah. The only thing is that the wave beam... I want to say that was something in Mines. I couldn't quite read it.
If that was Mines, then that was PPC elevator.
That was PPC? Okay.
Lava Lake to PPC, I see. So that means we have every elevator that leads to Mines.
Somewhere.
We have one Fen. We have Magmor. So we have all the regions accessible.
Yeah.
That's nice to have.
Okay, save orbing a Chozo. Let's see if he finds what he's left alone here. I suppose being able to save warp to Chozo makes it a whole lot easier not to isolate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It is possible, and I wouldn't dislike the play of trying to loot out Chozo a bit more. But given the equipment Baja now has, that TGC did not have at that moment, it could also be possible that Baja now goes for a main core replay.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more you can get out of main quarry now. Do you need ice to get through much of it?
Oh, right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You need ice for storage B.
Hmm. So I guess it would just be that gravity suit in quarry.
The question is, what does the seed want from us with that gravity? I did not know that Sender was a thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that slope jump method.
I mean, I've seen the slope jump method just from a different standable.
Right. Well, Baja's gonna find Phazon, so there's one thing you don't want to isolate. We'll see how much more he does here in Chozo, while TGC heading through Magmore. He's found that thermal now. So now, in terms of items, TGC's got a little bit of that lead, but the information isn't quite reaching parity yet.
Yeah. And Baja's catching up really fast too.
Yeah. Well, he can more quickly clear Chozo, and he can do more in Chozo now than TGC could have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thinking of this
We
correctly.
have a giant chunk of checks open right now.
Mm-hmm. So now, yeah, the only thing he's missing compared to TGC is that gravity, and really all that gravity does is serve as a breadcrumb, right? Like all you're thinking is somehow the game wants me to do something with this. It's not like it's actually holding you back from doing any of it.
I would actually like to mention we have gravity, thermal, and wave beam. This could also be a big punch in the direction of frigate.
You're absolutely right.
We have everything we need to get to Great Tree Chamber. Oh no, wait, frigate is ice, yeah. Why am I thinking indoor, Rando?
We're just clearly Ice Beam is the most forgettable in the game or something, because
indoor Rando, yes it is.
That's true. It's eluding both of us, that's for sure.
Like indoor Rando, Ice Beam has one item check, I think. And that's Hall of the Elders.
Mm-hmm.
So TGC is going for the TCA play that I originally thought about.
I heard what sounded like an expansion behind the wall in Magma Pool.
Wait, do mages and expansions have different sound? Oh wait, yeah, wait.
Yeah, you know the expansion sound.
Yeah, that sounded like an expansion, but that would mean it's a PB expansion.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, Baja going for main quarry, scanning that pirate, just for good measure. Gonna find gravity, and then you'll see what he figures out with it, because I'm still kind of stumped.
Oh yeah, I just realized TGC has no music activated.
I wonder if that's deliberate for stuff like that, for listening for the sound. That'd be a clever strategy if it is.
Right, so I wouldn't dive too deep into Chozo at this point, because the logic gave more than just a hint for Fendrana.
Yeah, well, and you sure it's Quarantine Cave, but I mean, with plasma, charge, thermal, there are worse loadouts to be fighting Thardas with if it comes to it.
Hmm.
I mean, especially that thermal kind of suggests.
But TGC is going really fast.
Yeah, worth pointing out we have now reached item parity. Both players with exact same loadout for the moment. Baja maybe a minute behind the Chozo routing that TGC is doing right now. I guess we'll just see who chooses to leave first. Perhaps Baja isolates Zoid. I understand.
I don't think Baja's isolating Zoid again.
I mean, on the one hand, yes, he may have learned his lesson, but on the other, I do understand he likes to isolate Zoid, and that's just a gamble he likes to do. It certainly is more likely to pay off in even weeklies than in week 5. Isolating Zoid in Major Minor is it's a lot more gutsy.
Well, we know Baja already told us in the interview afterwards. Baja didn't isolate Zoid on purpose. Baja just forgot that Zoid existed.
Oh no!
Baja thought they'd done Zoid way earlier already.
Yeah, that would explain the some of those routing decisions.
Yeah, I was thinking about how bad a Spider Ball on plant would be at this point.
That would have to be like the worst thing to be there, right?
Yeah, because we need Ruined Gallery. And we need Ruined Fountain. And without Spider Ball, Ruined Fountain is a problem.
And like, you don't love checking plant without it. Like, I know they can. They can get early well just fine, I'm sure, but having Spider would suggest going for Plagra a lot sooner than needing to find it there.
I mean, early Riot wouldn't be necessary because it's not logical, so only Flagra could be having Spider Ball.
Well, for Spider, yes, but not having Spider means that
it means isolating.
So that's the thing.
Is that really... Was that really Ice Beam on Zoid?
Ooh, okay.
Is Baja again getting punished for skipping Zoid? Please no.
I mean, you would hope that he's learned his lesson, but we shall see. Surely he's right here and he goes and does it. Surely.
Yeah, I'm very sure.
See,
but again, Baja catched up super fast.
Seeing him come this way is reassuring, at least. Okay. So this is like pretty much neck and neck. We've got maybe a minute of difference at this point.
Yeah, but given that Ice Beam, I think now the ways are gonna separate pretty harsh.
Yes.
Because now we have the whole game opened.
Ice Beam opens up so much. You could do mines, you could go for that frigate play, try to find the elevator past it in Great Tree Chamber. I mean...
I mean, one of the Great Tree elevators will definitely lead to Shorelines, I'm pretty sure of.
I think it needs to, right?
It could... I mean, Shorelines could also be right here in Late Chozo. We have 2 elevators in Late Chozo that aren't checked as well.
Oh,
and I think the elevators can connect to the next of each other. Because I had a even weekly seat for practice back then where I had where the reflection pool elevator lead to the reflection pool elevator. So that could also be a thing.
I was under the impression that it was 2-way checked elevators, so that it would have to be between regions.
Right. It should. Let me look into the preset for a second.
Well, Hall of the Elders I mean, you can do everything. What's here? I haven't seen that wave slot shot in a while.
Yeah, it is checked. So it's reflecting pool going for shorelines. So it's reflecting pool going for shorelines. Interesting. Workstation. Yeah, it could, but one of them. No, couldn't one of the reflection pool elevators also be vanilla?
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen Great Tree Hall, so. But it's only reflecting pool, Great Tree Hall, and the fan elevators left, right?
Workstation is one left that is locked by PBs. Oh.
Oh, okay. Missile in Hall of the Elders.
Oh, that would be that would be still funny, Jeff.
Nothing in Elder Chamber either. So, at this point,
But we have a high five.
breadcrumbs? Yeah, no, they're following pretty much the same route through Chozo here. What breadcrumbs do they have? Like, what could possibly indicate where those 3 remaining items are?
I mean, probably the best play right now could be doing ice beam checks.
Mm-hmm.
Stardust is still a thorn in my eye because of the early thermal, early wave beam starting the elevator and plasma.
Okay, so that's Shorelands as suspected.
Yeah, Jeff's also making a good point that Farfen looks decent with the gravity suit. And vanilla. Oh, we did not check. It is. Oh no, it's lower. It's just swapped, but technically it's French vanilla.
I mean, it's more convenient this way, really. No
Yeah.
need to bar skip. That's an impossible trick. I stand by that.
It is tricky to learn, yeah. And even if you learned how to do it, it's still tricky to do.
Impossible trick. No question about it. So, I'm sure they won't be complaining about getting lower instead of upper. Now, do you suppose Baja's gonna take that same elevator, or do you think he goes to Fen?
I mean, I would like to see a backwards left play, frigate play at this point. We have to find some ways to clear out the stray checks.
Yeah. And I mean, the supers haven't amounted to anything yet. The wave...
Gravity.
The gravity... It certainly might suggest that frigate play. But we see TGC coming back. I guess just wanted to check the elevator?
No, we checked this one already. That's Shorelines.
Yeah. No,
We're
no, I
going
mean the other Great Tree Chamber one. Oh, he grabbed the item too.
Yeah, also Great Tree Chamber itself.
But yeah, coming back, heading to Shorelines through this way. Okay.
Baja's deciding to also follow TGC through Fen.
Mm-hmm.
Again, closing the gap between the two players.
Yeah, he's electing to just go straight there, checking those elevators. So neither of them seems inclined to go for that reverse frigate play at the moment. And I mean,
it's understandable.
Of course, it makes a lot of sense. And really Fen making almost completely clear out. The frigate would be one check. But
3. We have cargo freight.
true.
We have Hydroaxis tunnel, and we have the biohazard containment.
I both forgot Hydroaxis tunnel existed and forgot we had supers for biohazard.
That's because supers haven't achieved anything in the seed yet.
Yeah, which is all the more reason that biohazard might be compelling. Like that would be the one that you go for it for, really.
Yeah. In most randomizers, I would agree with that, Schwartz. For that, going for the most checks possible at the moment is a general better play than going for the straight check. But given that this is randomized elevators, you're not gonna get back to frigate so quick, and doing frigate backwards is way faster than doing it frontwise. Also, the fact that you can save warp in cargo freight out of frigate if it's nothing, and given that the logic was hinting for it with the gravity suit, I
really
wouldn't dislike frigate play at this point.
There was another race that was synced in Tozoai's Temple. It was a little bit more synced than this one even.
I mean, there's a clip of that one, and I think it was perfectly synced with Field Life.
It really was. It was remarkable. Looks like nothing in Chapel.
And Baja's taking the lead here.
Yeah, he's by seconds.
By seconds.
Has managed
this is amazing.
Overtake TGC.
And I got a bad feeling about this, viewing how this last race went out. Yeah, Baja needs to check Ice Runes East, I know. That's quick detour from... Oh! Baja isolating? Oh no, okay. I was about to say. Wavebuster.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now we have something to kill the plant with.
What a relief.
So let's see the canyon.
I mean, honestly, considering the outcome of Game 1, I'm sure none of these racers are going to mind finding a beam combo that might help at all during EXO.
I mean, I'm sure Baja likes having supers for EXO this time, and TGC would like to have Ice Spreader this time.
That is for certain.
That last scene was just really punishing for everything.
EXO was unbelievable. Essence was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ridley was unbelievable. Jeez,
Jesus.
what a race that was. Okay.
Ooh.
Finally finding Spider Ball.
That is 2 items away from Go mode for TGC.
Yep.
We only need X-Ray and PBs now.
I know chat has that big gut feeling that we're going to find those in Biohazard It's kind of remarkable that we don't have PBs yet.
Yeah, it's very rare that the PB expansions are that far away. You most likely get a PB expansion within like first 15 minutes of a seed.
Yeah, we've got a legitimate possibility of power bombs being the go mode item, which is, I don't think something I've ever seen in a like more normal preset like this.
Well, given basically that we have 4 PB expansions and 1 main PB, that gives us 5 items to 102 item checks in Prime, I think. So the chances are very low, but still, Randomizer normally likes to put you a little snack in front of you.
Yeah. Somebody in chat's asking what the objective here is. The objective is you need to collect 6 Chozo artifacts, which will open the artifact temple, and then you defeat Ridley, Metroid Prime Exo, and Metroid Prime Essence. Some runners skip the middle part of that and don't defeat Exo, but that's not something we're going to see in this race.
Yeah.
And it's also worth pointing out that these settings are even weekly, which is relatively standard. You know, standard item pool, standard starting, like standard items, but you start in a random location, and the elevators go to random locations. But they're guaranteed to go to another region than they're currently in.
I don't know why Prime has just something so satisfying for seeing movement.
Oh, I mean, Prime movement is gorgeous.
Yeah, just viewing top players' movement is just really something else.
There's so much, just the skill ceiling is incredibly high, and especially having virtually everything, you can see boost movement, you can see all the little L and R jumps.
Yeah.
I don't know, the way that these guys optimize their movement, and in ways that you'd only see in Rando too, really impress me all the time. Did you see refreshing himself on artifact hints there?
TGC has only 2 artifacts left, which are PCA and I think it is Rune Fountain.
Yeah.
Since we only had Spider like 2 minutes ago.
And Baja is not far behind. He's going to grab that artifact in Control Tower.
Yep.
There's been very little diversions.
Yeah, but this will be the match for who finds X-Ray and who finds PDs first.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting because it's again so super close between the 2 players.
And I mean, like, what's the first point of divergence here? Not until after labs. They're gonna do Farfen, surely.
Probably it's going to be Farfen versus Mines.
Okay, finally a power bomb in Research Core of all places.
But it's only a PB expansion.
I mean, at this point, they'll certainly take it.
Yeah, sure. At this point, they will also take it for Gomo because they need 2 PBs. One of them they can use the PB expansion and get it guaranteed, and yeah, they can definitely do that with 1. But we're gladly taking.
Imagine being in a position where you're getting a PB expansion in Research Core because you need it for Go mode. Like, just when have you seen that?
Yeah, both are really moving here. We need X-Ray and basically PBs, but we found a PB expansion. Because one of our 2 artifacts is in PCA, the other one is in Rune Fountain. And that's basically Go mode already. We only need X-Ray now.
So at this point, what's the worst spot X-Ray could be? My first thought is
Life Grove.
Life Grove would be bad.
Probably Life Grove.
I was thinking Central Dynamo might be really bad.
Central Dynamo wouldn't be too bad because we have to make a trip to mines anyway.
Yeah, but you'd want to have X-Ray going in.
Yeah, I am pretty sure that X-Ray will be a mines at this point, given the amount of items that we had in every other region. Oh, MQB would be horrible.
Oh yeah, a chat point out Biohazard. That would be
Biohazard
bad. It's one that
would be bad, yeah.
completely isolated by both runners here.
Oh my, another PB expansion.
Okay, well with 2 PBs, these guys can do anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
That wouldn't be fun. That's just about the only thing left in Chozo at this point, right?
Oh, Chad has a good point. That the platforms in MQA need X-ray to be crossed logically. So
Okay.
we can't expect. Oh, that's nice, Danable to know. Thank you. So,
does the thermal trick for those put it in logic in these settings, or no?
I don't think so. No, I think Toaster was saying something about that in last race, and I think the answer was no. That's not on logic, and not on, at least not on beginner.
Cool. Invisible objects.
Yeah, exactly. Invisible objects is off.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, I think Root Cave wouldn't even need X-ray logically. Right, their plasma beam is out of logic.
Is it?
It was an upper Root Cave. That's out of logic because it needs X-ray. So X-ray can't be plasma locked.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if... Do you think they're aware of that? Do you think that's set in consciously, that X-ray was required?
Given that they checked security cave, I don't think so.
Oh. Okay. Well, that definitely reframes how they've been routing this. I had never even thought. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this again because I again thought about invisible objects being off.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I'm sure these guys know the settings.
Yeah, absolutely.
It makes sense for me not to know this, but
X-ray in Sun Chamber would still be funny, yeah. Yeah, at this point it doesn't really matter, but it also means that we can concentrate on Ice Beam and Wave Beam checks and don't have to go for every Plasma Beam check, because Plasma Beam can't have X-ray.
Looks like Baja is also heading toward the rocks over here.
Yep, both Baja's also now gonna find their first Metroid.
Hey, I don't know what's in the presets, and my influence on Prime 1 is limited. The first time I said that, the pun was unintended. This time...
I was about to say, ha ha ha, very funny.
This time it was, in fact, intended. Well, always lovely to see a handshake on Thardis, 47 minutes in.
47th minute in, and we've been synced for like the past 30 minutes.
Hey, no, they're... Compared to the previous race, which was massive divergence and incredibly close, this one's been virtually no divergence and still incredibly close.
Absolutely, yeah. TGC has a slight advantage of movement in early game that's still carrying. But yeah, there's nearly no differentiations between the routing. It's basically copy pasting.
Yeah.
Just with 15 seconds delay.
So if we find X-ray here, it's pure execution for the rest of the seed. If we don't, there's still opportunity for gambles.
It's yeah, it will be pure execution and a good amount of luck.
Mm-hmm.
Given Prime's drop system. But
Okay.
Tarot said nothing. Interesting.
So now there's what, 3 choices. You can do mines, you can do frigate, or you can do sun chamber, right?
Yeah.
So we don't even have odds as good as a coin flip at this point.
We only have Flagra left in Chozo as far as I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm.
We have plasma processing, which now comes into logic.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And it
forgot
looks
about
like
plasma
TGC is
processing.
going for that.
Surely it isn't X-ray and plasma processing. Come on!
This can't. No. This can't be true.
No way. Oh! Yeah, they point out it can't be plasma processing. Because...
Right, you need plasma to leave. Right. Can't be.
Flagra would be quite the gamble. It's isolated, it's very slow, and it's only checks.
Yeah, and given that the logic, the only thing that would be making Flagra kind of worth it is that the logic expects you to kill Flagra.
Yeah.
For getting Ruined Fountain. But that's all about it. But TGC is going for plasma processing.
I mean, if he sees X-ray here, something's gone wrong with our understanding.
Not even shiny.
Okay, so now I think we're finally seeing that divergence.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Baja will now either go for frigate or for mines.
I mean, really, this elevator leaves the world as his oyster. He could do frigate, he could do mines, he could even do plant.
Exactly. Baja has found a crossroad between all 3 options.
Honestly, I wonder if it would be smart to take a pivot save here.
It probably is, actually. Because the frigate has nothing, you can just save reset.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not
it looks
going
like
for it.
well, at least we're going for the frigate.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait, no, actually. If frigate has nothing, we can safe warp in cargo freight and spawn a ruined nursery directly.
Oh, which is even better.
Directly in front of the door to Flagra, basically.
Right.
That's even smarter routing-wise, because that makes Flagra not so isolated.
Oh, that's... I see, and I've completely forgotten already about the starting location. It goes to show, like, all the considerations these runners take in when it comes to routing.
Ooh, right, the Warrior Shrine PB check. Oh, that would be bad if this is X-ray. And TGC has no drop.
Oh no! And now it'll be extra bad.
For once in my life, I wish to have the Echo's drop system in Prime.
Surely it's not the only time in your life. Oh, he gets one.
No, but for once in my life, I want to have that. Just to see how beautiful the world could be. And that's X-ray.
No way!
Oh my. Oh
okay, so
no.
This is a massive lead for TGC.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Baja's gonna find main PBs. Going where he's going. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna find main PBs, it's gonna put Warrior Shrine in logic, but... Oh no. So the first real divergence in almost half an hour, and almost
And then
immediately it pays off.
Yeah, it immediately gives the big payoff. Oh no, that X-ray, but that is go mode for TGC.
Yeah. Well, Baja's gonna need to work some magic to make up for that. Do you think he goes for Frigate now and finds PBs in Biohazard or something? Like,
It is possible to think of, but this is tricky. Because I don't know if Baja is still keeping in mind that Magmore is not full clear. You can easily forget upper fiery shores after going through Magmore once or twice.
Lord knows I did. So where do we see him going?
Yeah, that looks like a frigate play.
Oh.
Also, main PB is open. Not the biggest amount of checks, but at least some checks. So directly going and beelining Warrior Shrine is unlikely. That's in vanilla energy tank. Thank you, game.
Man.
And the elevator from here, the elevator is also super good because now we can get Ruined Fountain and immediately go to the main quarry elevator and main plaza.
Oh yeah, the routing is working out tremendously for TGC here.
That X-ray was just huge.
It had definitely slipped most of our minds. Like, I didn't see anybody in chat mentioning Warrior Shrine. I think we'd all just totally forgotten. It's so unusual to have to leave behind PB checks like that, but with the PBs so late.
Yeah. If there was a PB expansion earlier, this would be a super close race now, but I think this is going a big amount of... this is going into GGC's favor for a big amount, at least.
Oh, we're looking
GGC
at
is
like
going
minutes.
Yeah, not even minutes. This is like... This could be deciding the race already. Because Baja found nothing in Frigate, actually.
Ain't at all. He's gonna save warp here, and the worst part is I think he might be right. He might be going for plant, which was a great routing decision, just is wrong.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Rando to beat Rando.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going for plan. Interesting.
Well, that's a relief. At
Oh
least.
wait. I think we are, but we're going for plan from behind.
Okay, I mean that's at least not nearly as punishing.
Yeah, it's faster.
Especially having a couple PBs.
I mean, we only have one right now.
Hey.
And I have no hopes for a second drop, to be honest.
Hey. Even one saves a whole bunch, so. But, oh. It's hard not to feel like going for plant here is decisive.
Yeah.
Chat asks if Baja goes back for Warrior Shrine if he finds mains here, and I don't know. Aren't there plenty of other PB checks as well? Like, how do you know that it's Warrior Shrine?
Magma Pool will probably be if Plant has PBs, Magma Pool is probably going to be the first play.
Yeah, unless like he noticed what we did and heard the expansion there, but I would not count on that. That's a subtle thing.
Yeah, going for mines is also probably the highest option here.
Yeah.
This is a rough seed, I'm honest. Like, PB expansion drops are already rare. But having PB expansions locked behind PB expansion, that's just rough.
Yeah, I mean, this was neck and neck the whole time until that very first point of divergence, and it just happened to pay off in the biggest way for TGC.
Yeah.
Because it was like almost 50 minutes in that they first truly diverged.
Yep. We also know that main PBs can't be in lower mines because PB blocks. So not gonna find main PBs here. Main PBs on Philip would be funny.
It couldn't be.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. But they could be in the top of Elite Research.
It would be funny, I'll give you that, but it won't happen.
I mean, the top of Elite Research?
No, Philip.
Yeah, okay. Philip won't, but French Philip will.
Philippe.
Philippe.
Guess we'll find out what's on Ghosts. It's not going to be much. I think the best thing we can hope for is Ice Spreader here, which is not the best consolation prize.
Best thing we can hope here is mains.
even then.
Mains would at least help to maybe think about PB checks and going for Warrior Shrine.
I mean, you got supers for Ghosts at least. That could be a whole lot worse. Ah, that was what I was worried about.
That was a Metroid. Man, this seed is just really, really punishing.
So where do you go now if you're Baja?
Hopefully Warrior Shrine, not gonna lie.
Surely at this point you've just given up on main PBs and you're just gonna go check PB checks.
Yeah.
Because main PBs at this point can only be in mines?
I think so, yes. We should have ulted everything else. But I don't think it's gonna be that much of a close race this time. That X-ray is most likely going to be the finishing blow.
Nice, getting drops from the Scarab Beetles there.
Yeah.
Well, we're at least seeing that 5th artifact, so very briefly we're going to see the artifact count tied up once again, but unfortunately it's not going to last long. Yeah, going back, checking Magma Pool.
As far as I'm aware of, the expansions will never be logical. Oh no, it was not an energy sound, by the way. It was an E-Tank. It wasn't even a PD expansion.
I believe E-Tanks also make that.
As far as I know, only bombs and PBs. I need to check that with E-Tanks.
I was pretty sure it was missile expansions, PB expansions, and energy tanks. That was a gorgeous Omega Pirate, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
Almost passed over that, but laser quick.
No, Trooper Skip is just something to make the fight a lot easier.
Nothing on OP is good comedy.
Yeah, Baja's now going for the mines play. So Baja's gonna most likely last location X-ray.
That's tough.
And again, the last artifact is lying on OP, waiting to be picked up.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, lying on OP was a Nulltroid, required nothing.
Well, fair point. Oh, was that a PB expansion? Is that? Oh Jesus! Come on! Don't lock the PBs behind the PBs, Randomizer. I would be laughing if the last PB expansion is also here.
Oh, you know what? I'll bet at this point it's Storage Depot B. That would answer all the questions.
Yeah, but it would also be bad viewing it from a logical standpoint.
It'd be horrific.
I used the PBs to destroy the PBs. Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
But yeah, mains in Storage Depot B would answer all of those questions from the start of the seed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game not saved. We're not
Uh-oh.
wasting any time. Well,
Just
coming up on Ridley.
don't die on boss fights if you don't save.
I mean, 6 E-tanks, all 3 suits. I don't think he's in any danger.
Right, have we never checked Upper Dynamo? So another flyby skip here? Question mark? No. Yeah, me. Come on. This curse is not gonna go away, I already realized that. Welcome to Meta Reggie. Oh, flamethrower. Everyone streams valid. Did Philip have flamethrower?
No. It was, just a...
Oh, that's sad.
So, do we see it here?
Oh my.
There it is! And the mystery finally unravels.
But with PBC, Baja's gonna head deeper into mines.
Yep. That's what the weight and the gravity were about. Man, that's brutal.
That is very rude. Yeah.
And with the expansions being so late, come on. Like, it would have been the wrong routing decision to go for that earlier, but...
I wouldn't say the wrong routing decision.
Well, yeah. There is no
would've-
wrong routing decision, but...
It would have technically paid off, but...
It would have been very unorthodox, and
Yeah,
a
it would
pretty
have been a
big
lot
gamble.
of time waste.
Like, it's hard to imagine somebody taking that gamble early. That's, like, sure, if you're way behind, that's the sort of thing you might think to do, but at the point that it was relevant, how are you supposed to decide to do that?
Absolutely.
Well, coming into Impact Crater here, TGC is fully loaded. It would take a disaster on his part to see Baja have a chance. I don't even know if we're going to get to see Baja finding X-Ray.
The last chance of Baja finding X-Ray just passed.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure Baja's not gonna go back from Magma so fast.
Well, and why would he? Like,
yeah, it's Magma would be so bad. Running in Magma right now would be horrible.
yeah, no, he's doing what makes sense.
And Baja, the barrier is no more. It's the second room layer. Was that ice spreader?
Hope so. Maybe at least we'll get to see all three beam combos in Baja's possession. Fun fact, some of the objects in this room are referred to internally as Mr. Clean.
No.
It's
Yeah? It is ice spreader.
Well, at the very least, we can say that Baja is the king of the beam combos for this seed. That's got to count for something, just not any points in the bracket. Chat says, I don't think Ice Spreader will be enough.
I do not think so either.
It's hard to say. Hey, it made the difference last time. Yes, this is a best-of-3 series, so Baja is up 1-0 already, which means that losing this race is not game over. The best-of-3 format, I think, goes a long way to protect you from getting randoed, so to speak. Which I don't think would be unfair to say it might be what happened this time.
Yeah, that was getting Rando at its finest. Really.
Excellent. Honestly, like 50 minutes was the first true divergence, and immediately it paid off for one round.
I don't know why Baja's going for the missile here. I know that Baja knows that the crash is no more in this room. So why picking up the missile? Oh, safe warping, yeah, right. Maybe Baja will go for Magma?
We're seeing a pretty good exo fight on TGC's side over here.
We're pity saving? No, we're not.
Getting lots of supers.
Yeah,
warping to start.
TGC's EXO is really good. I've already said it last time.
Yeah, we're not going to be seeing skipping EXO from very many players. As I understand it, the only person in top 8 who you can be confident to go for it is Cosmonaut. Everyone else, you're going to be seeing them fight in the shell here.
I mean, surely Wave Buster, Flamethrower, and Ice Spreader can still save this for Baja, right?
Surely.
Surely we're getting this with the beam combos. I'm so sorry. This is the best example for getting Rando in this tournament.
Yeah.
We had so many players just got randoed.
EXO is down.
That leaves us with Essence. Now,
We're gonna
one
get
thing to...
another pool like last time?
Oh, I hope not. I don't want to do this to TGC.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, you were saying.
So, one thing to mention about EXO and Essence, while EXO was designed to require all 4 beams to be damaged, Essence needs the visors and phases shield, or at least logically the visors. So we
The
can
visors
now
are in air quotes, but...
yeah, we can now see that Essence is changing the visor that we can see it in.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're now going to see are called attack cancels. We will basically wait for Essence to be moving back into the neutral positioning, and we'll constantly shoot them to basically try and keep them out of it as long as possible. Unfortunately, TGC got pool skipped.
Pool skip is when that just doesn't work. Despite your best efforts, sometimes sometimes Essence disagrees with you. So named pool skip because you need those little pools of pure Phazon or whatever it is to activate hyper mode.
Baja is, I think, going to find X-Ray in a few seconds.
We're gonna see Baja find X-Ray within moments of TGC finishing the race, which is just heart-rending. Oh. Here it is. X-ray visor acquired. But at this point, I think we can pretty safely call the outcome.
Yeah.
Alright. One more pool. Does TGC somehow manage to die to Essence? Gets hit. If you're cheering for Baja, that's the only thing you can hope for, but...
Oh. No, that's over. That is GG.
It. Congratulations, TGC. We are going to Game 3 of this series.
That is TGC finishing with a race time of 1 hour, 70 minutes and 43 seconds, with BajaBlood forfeiting immediately after.
Hard to blame for the forfeit there.
Yeah. Let's see if we get both players in for a quick interview. But yeah, that seed. It was a super synced up match. but that X-Ray. Hello TGC and hello Baja. GG.
Shimosh.
Good game. Congratulations, TGC, tying up the series.
My heart was pumping all the way through this race. Like, I didn't expect just how much being on the back foot in a best of three would actually make me kind of feel on edge, but oh boy, was it on edge.
Something we've got to point out. The first 50 minutes of this race were completely synced. You guys killed Thardus within 30 seconds of each other.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I was taking a gamble on Thardus as well. Like, the fact we both took it is...
He was a hallway back to where I wanted to go, which is the only reason I killed him. I didn't really want to fight him at that point.
That was the moment of divergence. After Thardus, TGC went to Magmor.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah, that X-Ray was rough.
Thardus was my last Rando location because I'd done like front all the way back round. So I was like, I'm just gonna get Thardus out the way, sign it off, and then the elevator that was right next to Q Cave had the only two remaining Magmor checks for me, and I was like, I may as well get them out of the way. I can do plasma processing now. I can go do Warrior Shrine. It's kind of crappy. They're both different directions, but it just gets Magmor out of the way, and then I was going to go into mines from there. And as soon as I saw the X-ray, and I was like, right, let's get schmoving. Like, we need to go. I don't care. Like, we have 2 power bomb expansions. We're just going to take it and run.
Mm-hmm. For the record, main PBs were in Storage Depot B.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was our reaction too. The thing is, both of you made some great plays, also viewing it logically. But Baja last locationing X-Ray was basically Baja's downfall then.
Yeah.
You guys had once again a race so close to being even closer than last time. But that X-Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And to think how different... Yeah.
I very rarely subscribe to the you found gravity, go do forget theory, but this was a seed where I was actually really suspicious of gravity, being that
I was as well.
Spider thermal locked.
Yeah.
So that's why I was beelining forget after Thardus. Actually, in retrospect, I think rather than even if I wanted to do forget, I think I actually should have read it through Magmor because at that no, did I know? Shit, I don't know if I knew the elevator layout at that point. If I knew that debris went to upper at that point, I should have gone through Magmor to debris and then just had to bar skip to do everything I wanted and run in those last 2 checks on the way.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I think at that point, I knew all the elevators because I'd done my Farchozo loop. I dipped in to see whereabouts in Life Grove because at that point I knew where Life Grove was because there was only so many combinations left. So I think once I had done my Thardus play, I knew the layout of all the elevators and where they could go. I was just in full clear mode because of the X-ray. But I could have been anywhere almost. Something
that really made me think, did you guys really kept in mind that X-ray couldn't be plasma locked? Because X-ray was plasma was logically X-ray was logically required to get plasma.
Where was plasma?
I 100% forgot that.
Plasma was top of Root Cave.
Oh yeah, yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Some of the breadcrumbs. Some of the breadcrumbs in this seed were cryptic, to say the least. I mean,
yeah.
To think that gravity breadcrumb was leading to main PBs in Storage Depot B is...
Was it leading to... Did it lead to main PBs there? Because looking at the overall seed, I don't see anything that was gravity required. Because the Ice Beam being on Zoid, there was nothing that you had to get to Zoid to then need gravity to go to Storage Depot B. I don't think.
Yeah, the seed was hard to read at the end because I think the big long spider to thermal to gravity chain and ice were all available at the same time, so it was really hard to tell whether it placed ice before or after.
I found it the other
gravity.
way around by the looks of it, because I found thermal into spider, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, you made a couple small switches like that throughout, but ended up resynchronizing very frequently. The first major...
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the first major divergence, as mentioned, was that after Thardus kill.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't skip Zoid. This is a weak Chris preset that I often like to skip Zoid.
To be honest,
I didn't do Zoid in the beginning.
To be honest, chat and the commentators were both on a level where they saw the ice beam on Zoid in TGC stream. They were like, Baja, please, surely you'll not do it again, right?
We were praying you had learned your lesson from last time.
I had little enough left that it was worth staying. It's seeds where like you get access to all of Chozo at once. Like if you find an elevator to the back with ice or something, that like I'm a lot less interested in it, and I want to just press on to the really dense stuff at the front. And if I have to turn around, I have to turn around. But yeah, this seed wasn't like that.
So this will mean we'll get a grand finale of Orange versus Green, huh?
Oh god, why has it come to this, Baja?
It's all part of the plan.
Why did it come to this, and why is it gonna be Rando?
Yeah, so
the fear.
When do we find out what the preset will be?
I believe the idea is that we find out roughly nowish. I think we either find out now if a TO is available to do the role for us, or we catch up with a TO effectively immediately as soon as we can, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, we could roll it in the race time too if we want.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent.
If only we knew where to find a tournament organizer.
I guess we could roll it. We could roll it live in the race time now, so that all the folks at home know what nonsense we get to do next.
That would be fun. I'm gonna look forward to.
How does it work? Is it
the question is,
random?
are we allowed to? Like, because we are the runners, are we allowed to roll it ourselves? I think I'd be a bit conscious of that. I think we might actually need another TO to do it just to be clean across the board.
That probably would be the responsible thing.
I just have to remember the race yesterday where someone in chat was like, okay, so the third preset is gonna be random. Who's gonna roll it, and why is it gonna be Rando? So people are just hoping for the cursed presets. But yeah, this was a amazing race once again to watch.
Yeah, this has been a pretty phenomenal series thus far. I'm looking forward to closing it out with Game 3.
Yeah.
GG's both of you guys again.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's. As I said, like my heart was pumping all the way through that, because just being on the back foot, it's a scary thing.
So it's curious, you both won on each other's preset choice.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're morons with no strategy.
No. We had a strategy. It just backfired on both of us.
They just became the hive mind. So, in the chat, you also now have the links to both runners. Both are beautiful Prime players. Leave them a follow if you might. Also, thanks again for Dunk having him here in the commentary booth. It was a blast of time.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for commentating with me, and thank you greatly to the TOs for graciously approving me for commentary, despite the fact I've never played a Prime 1 seed.
Again, thank you to both of our trackers. Also, we have the top 8 records now in the Metroid Prime Randomizer's command in. So in there, we can still see how this series is continuing, also see the other runners. Other than that, any last words from anyone?
I'm seeing Reggie try to roll a random number in the race time chat. So perhaps we wait on that to see this preset before we sign off. Let the people know what we're getting into.
So we've done even weekly settings, and we've done week 5 settings. So we have either odd, fighting chance, Door Rando, and 6 Weekly, which was the
Armory Hunt.
Armory Hunt, yeah.
Mhm. We're just waiting on Reggie to learn how to roll a die.
The syntax for the race time, I think it's just we're trying to figure it out.
Almost there. Well, would you look at that?
That's, I think, fighting chance?
Yeah,
Reggie
to
said
5
that
is
4 to
free.
5 is week 3.
yeah, but Reggie didn't account for the ones that were out of the pool.
Are we going to need to roll again?
One would have been even
So it
weekly.
was 5
or odd
and
weekly.
2.
2 would have been Dorando. 3 is.
Oh, I
Fighting
see.
Chance, and
I
6
see.
is- or
So
4
it's
is
a
Armory
fighting
Hunt.
chance, yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Maybe you take Jeff and Arrow's preset, you can spawn an OP with hype mode combat.
Well, chat. Look forward to game 3 of this series. We're going to be looking at week 4, a fighting chance for the preset. That is a very interesting way to start a seed if you're unfamiliar
Yeah.
with it. So look
Those
forward.
plant starts. That's actually something. I thought we were starting at plant today because of how long it loaded in. It took us to
Yeah.
load into Chozo.
Yeah, I was surprised Nursery was that slow of a load.
Well, I think that's all that's left from me here. Anything else for anyone to chime in before we sign off?
No, thank you
Nothing
to the
from me.
volunteers. GG's TGC. We'll see you in game 3.
Game 3.
The finale of Orange versus Green.
Then I would say thanks again for everyone dropping in, and we'll see you guys next mission.
Bye bye.
Take care.